Hello, hi everyone. Good evening, good morning from wherever you're joining from the part of the world. Thank you so much for sparing out time and joining us on this first workshop for Informatica's Integration for AI and GenAI Hackathon 2025. We're really excited to see you guys here. I can see already conversations going on. But yeah, we're thrilled to have you here with us today. And today we are sitting for the first workshop. We've got a series of workshops coming ahead with us. I'd just like to walk you through, guys, in the hackathon perspective. Let me just pull up my screen. All right. So yeah, so today we are here for the first workshop, which is centered around boosting sales performance with Salesforce AI Agent built and optimized using IDMC services. So today we'll be joined by our keynote speakers from Informatica itself. But before that, let's throw some light and overview of the hackathon. So integration for AI and GenAI hackathon, we're focusing more into building solutions, cutting edge solutions using Informatica's intelligent data cloud. This hackathon is a unique opportunity to harness the power of generative AI, right? If you are somebody who's enthusiastic about AI, generative AI in whole, so this is an opportunity for you to grab and do not miss out. If you have already not registered for it, do check out the website on hacktoskill.com. You'll find this hackathon right there. Explore yourself and you'll find the numerous benefits that it is offering to us, and make sure you register yourself. Okay, just to throw some lights on the timelines and the journey that we are going to experience during this overall hackathon is now we are sitting at the second phase of the hackathon, which is registration and the idea submission phase. So registration is due on 2nd of Feb, and the idea submission is due 1 week after it, which is 9th of Feb itself. So if you're somebody who's trying to explore the hackathon as of now, so make sure you do the research, do the exploration before second, and you register yourself, because post that you will not be able to register form teams and do anything on the platform. So you make sure you do that right before the due date. So also we are conducting a couple of workshops. We recently did the introductory session. If you've missed out that, it is also available on YouTube. It is also available on the resource part of the participation dashboard. So to access that, eventually you need to register. But explore the platform. You'll get to know the nitty-gritties. You'll get to know what is the offerings of integration for AI and Gen AI Hackathon. So we will also be conducting a couple of more workshops from now onwards. A couple of ones are aligned the next week, and there's also an AMA session right here. Post that, there will be idea submissions, which will close on 9th of Feb. There will be shortlisting, and a couple of teams will move towards the prototyping phase, wherein you will actually build on top of the idea, right? Wherein your ideas will come into reality, and you'll be shifting gears in order to build them with the mentors. So there will be numerous mentors who will also join hands with us on the Discord channel, which is the exclusive community that we have built for participants of this hackathon. So you would not like to miss out that opportunity to actually collaborate with other developers from the world itself. And yeah, then we will have a grand finale. So top shortlisted teams will be invited for the same as well. Not just that, it is not just about you participating. It is also about acknowledging each one's effort. So we've got a prize pool of 14,000 US dollars to claim and for you to actually grab from us. So that here are the bifurcations, if you can see on my screen. So don't miss out on that chance right here. So I'll not take much of your time, and I'll quickly switch on, and we already see our speakers here. So I'd like to request speakers to join us on the stage. Today we'll be joined by Sudhir, who's the Principal Technical Marketing Manager at Informatica, and also by Kanna, who's Director at Product Management. So hi guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Shakti.
Hey, thanks, Shakti.
Thank you so much. That was very less for me to introduce you guys. You guys are pioneers in what you guys are doing. So would just request to take over the stage from me, and actually start with your introduction, and maybe you can take forward the workshop from here on.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for the high-level introduction details on this hackathon, Shakti. So, I myself, Sudhir. So, I'm a principal technical marketing manager at Informatica. So today we'll have a brief on what this workshop is about, what exactly we're covering in workshop, the agenda for all the 3 days of the workshop, and then followed by Kanna will be taking care of the product demonstration. So, Kanna, you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, hi all. Myself Kana, part of the product management team for iPass, and I also take care of building this Gen AI application. Super excited to share some of our latest innovation and how we can help you to win that prize money that Sakti shared.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys, for the
Yeah,
quick introduction. Maybe so that you can take it over from me and get started. Let's get started.
yeah, sure. You can pull up my screen, Shakti.
Sure.
Yeah, so everyone, welcome to this Data Engineering Hackathon Workshop 2025. So we had a similar hackathon conducted last year in 2024. So this year again we are back, and this year our focus is mainly on integration with AI and Gen AI. That is the key theme that you need to focus on. And like always mentioned, you need to build your business idea or solutions scenarios using our IDMC platform. So this is the agenda for the complete workshop. So like you can see, day one, I'll be covering a very high level introduction on the data integration hackathon workshop, the prerequisites that you can use to build this workshop, the logistics that are needed, and then followed by a hands-on lab that you can do, I mean, related to the application integration, and Kanna will be taking care on the product demonstration part. So let's cover the day one part. So these are the prerequisites. So everyone might be wondering what exactly this workshop is about. So we have built a very high level details, high level workshop on integrating different IDMC services together based on a particular use case. So I'll run through the use case a little bit later, but I like to you guys to know like what are the prerequisites that are needed, but to run this workshop. So obviously you need an Informatica IDMC trial. So the link is already highlighted and marked in the hack discussion page. So all you need to do is register through that link and get an IDMC free trial, which is active for 90 days. That will cover you for the entire hackathon event. And then installing the secure agent. So obviously, if in case you have to work with any particular data sets or files, and you have to install your secure agent, so it's up to you where you want to install your secure agent. So you can install your secure agent in your own Windows desktop or Linux, if in case you are using Linux, or else if you have any of your cloud environments which you own with your license, you can also use your cloud environments to install the secure agent. So let me show you how to install a secure agent at a very high level. So like you can see, after you register for the Informatica IDMC trial, so you'll be getting a login information. And once you log in, so you'll be seeing couple of IDMC services. So the list of services that you see over here, you'll also be seeing the same services in your in your environment. And this hackathon and in this workshop, we are focusing on application integration, data integration, data profiling, data quality, and cloud data integration, cloud ingestion, and replication. So these are the 5 different services we are focusing on. And right now we are into administrator service. So the way to install and secure agent is you simply click on download secure agent. So it will install an exe file into your system, or you can install the secure agent anywhere in your Linux machine. So execute your exe file. So once you execute, so when you click on this download secure agent, it will give you a platform that you want to choose. So it can be either Windows or Linux, and an install token which you can copy and keep it, save it, or else you can always generate an install token during the runtime. And once you double click on the exe file, it will ask you for the IDMC login, and you can use the same login that you have used for your IDMC trial. And once you give your login and give your token, you can see like an secure agent is installed. So I installed the secure agent in my Windows machine. So you can see like the secure agent is installed, and I enabled all these services in my environment. So once you install the secure agent, you can you are the entire administrator for your environment, and you can enable or disable the services based on your choice, and you can also enable or disable the connectors based on your choice. So now let's run into the workshop part. So I covered how to install and secure agent, and in order to build this workshop, So we have considered a scenario related to Salesforce. So you need to register for an Salesforce Developer Edition free trial, and you need to register for a Snowflake free trial. You need to register for a Gemini AI free trial. All these trials are free of cost. You need not give your credit card information or anything anywhere. And then once you register and set up, you need to create your source target connections for all these things. And the prerequisites are the lab documents and source files. So the lab documentations are already uploaded in the Hack to Skill website. So you can go through the resources section where you can find the detailed lab documentation, starting from installing Secure Agent to building the workshop part. And so this is the business scenario. So we consider an sample scenario. So an fictitious customer has migrated to Salesforce to enhance their sales performance, and they migrated their legacy systems to Salesforce, and they wanted to develop an AI agent to develop for lead prioritization, revenue forecasting, and upsell opportunities, which could help the sales team. But however, due to data quality issues from the incomplete migration validation, there has been some missing data, incomplete fields, which are hindering their AI agent, and which could hinder the AI agent capabilities. And let's see how this can be resolved using IDMC. So in this lab, we're discussing on how you can build a Salesforce AI agent without using any third-party tools or without coding anything. So we'll run through the different sections of the lab, and we'll start with how to build an AI agent. So if you can see, these are the different labs that you'll go through this workshop. So on day one, we are covering the application integration part. That is how to build a Salesforce AI agent using an pre-built recipe. So this is just an example. You can also build we have multiple recipes on Salesforce and Google Gemini and everything. So Kana will run through all these different recipes that are available in the platform, and I'll run through this deck, this particular section every day to the workshop to make you understand where exactly are we. And today, let's start with building Salesforce AI agent using recipe part. And like I mentioned, this is the logistics needed. You need to have your free trial environment, which you can register using the link that is there in the Hackathon free trial, sorry, the Hackathon website. And then you need to access your Informatica Cloud URL from your Chrome tab, the documentations that are already uploaded in the Hackathon webpage. So let's start with the cloud application integration part. So we have an one-click automated integration process that are set up with recipes. So there are almost 20 plus pre-built recipes that are already present in our application integration. So Kanna will be detailing into this what is there in the application integration and how application integration can help you with your day-to-day business. And this is just a recipes at a glance. And I'll run through the workshop, what the lab one is about. So like I mentioned, the sales team wanted to build an AI agent to make sure like they improve the lead prioritizations and revenue forecasting and all different things. So let's see how you can build an AI agent. So I'm taking you to the application integration and IDMC part. So over here, you can see like Informatica offers multiple recipes, which are pre-built recipes. So we have a very detailed lab guide on how you can use these recipes and build a secure AI agent. And once you select the appropriate AI agent, appropriate recipe, so and download it into your folder. So this is how it would look like. So you can see like this particular recipe has been copied to my folder in my IDMC environment, and there are multiple assets, application integration assets, the process, app ingestion, app connection, and service connector, and all these things based on for the Salesforce, Gemini AI, and all these things. And once you set up this entire recipe, which you can follow using the lab guide, you can see like you can execute this particular recipe. And when I execute this recipe, I can select my own, put my own user prompt. So user prompt is nothing but your chat GPT kind of a prompt. So over here, you can see, like I said, like I want return me the account number, industry type, revenue, billing address, and upsell status for an S4 account. So S4 is an imaginary customer account. And suppose a sales guy is triggering this particular user prompt to the Salesforce. And when he runs this prompt, this prompt will be Google Gemini AI will trigger this prompt, and you can see like this prompt has been successfully executed. And when I click on this execution status, you can see like the prompt has gone through different sections, different flows. So all these are pre-built. You did not build anything. So this is then sample Salesforce AI agent, which you can build in couple of minutes. And if you can see the final call from the prompt, there's an input field that is your user prompt, and the output field, you can see like it has, the LLM has given me an answer saying like the account number is null, the industry type is null, the revenue is null, but we have a billing address, a detailed billing address, but the upsell status is null. So this is what the LLM has triggered as an answer for the particular S4 account from the Salesforce. Like you can see, there are a lot of missing information, null values that are present in the system, and we'll see like how this can be improved using using different IDMC services. So you'll go through these different stages of building different things in IDMC, where after application integration, you'll ingest the data from Salesforce to Snowflake, and then you'll perform profiling to identify the data anomalies, and then you'll build some DQ rules to cleanse the data, and then you'll perform some data integration to integrate the data and push the data back to Salesforce. And then when you re-execute the same prompt, AI agent will give you a more appropriate and detailed answer. So this is how this is what the workshop is about. So this workshop will be covered across 3 days, and in today we are particularly focusing on the application integration part. So Kana, you can take from here, like you can pitch in your product demonstration.
Sure, Sudhir. Let me quickly pull up my slides. Awesome. So, hey all. So I'm super excited, and as Sudhir explained today, we will, let you know how seamlessly or how quickly you can build some of your Gen AI integrations and Gen AI apps seamlessly with our platform, right? Just a product safe harbor statement, more of information that we are discussing is more for informational purposes. So since Sudhir mentioned about the recipe, and so I just wanted to get started with that, right? Again, I'll show a quick product demo as well. So again, recipes are like a pre-built integration solutions, where we have everything pre-built for certain use cases that you can ready-made in just one click. You can use it and then just provide your environment details and you're up and running, right? So you can do automations, you can do Gen AI, you can do some of the industry-specific solutions and so on and so forth, right? These are the broad categories of recipes. So we do have app-to-app and process automation use cases where you want to do some employee onboarding, lead to cash, and things like that, right? And then we also have something like more of an industry specific recipes where if you want to do something verticalized solution, right? So even that we have it out of the box. So you can just go and directly use that and leverage that, right? And obviously Gen AI, I'm sure this is a piece that you guys will be using it for your hackathon to quickly build more innovative solutions out of it. So I'll also show some example of these Gen AI apps on what exactly we are trying to do, right? So this is an example of one of the common iPaaS recipes where if you want to, if your use case is having some of the opportunity to sales order, you want to do some kind of an automation, then you can use this, right? And then in case if you're building any verticalized solution where you have all these industry standard formats and so on, then you can use this kind of recipe. And then Gen AI, again, this is the Salesforce AI agent. So I just, try to pull it up, but we do have more and more Gen AI specific recipes. And the good thing is we also provide all of these different agents or prompt engineering, RAG, all of these different patterns across all the cloud ecosystems and hyperscalers, right? Be it AWS Bedrock or Azure OpenAI, Azure AI, Google Gemini, Google Vertex, and whatnot. I mean, we provide across all the different vendors, and I will show you it more during our demo. So how is Informatica iPaaS or the application integration, which Sudhir was mentioning that you will be using for building this Gen AI applications, right? So the traditional way we used to write a lot of coding. You need to install Python packages and so on and so forth, right? The Infa way or through Informatica, I'll show it in a minute. All this could be done, seamlessly using our no code low code interface, which is like a more of a drag and drop. And we are even making it more and more simple, that you don't have to worry about any dependency. Just create connections, connect to your endpoints, do a drag and drop, and then build this kind of a Gen AI applications, right? So we support all the patterns, be it simple prompt engineering, or you want to do some of the RAG systems, or you want to do AI agents, or if you want to do kind of a multi-agent framework, or if you want to take any kind of an existing process automation and you wanted to make it Gen AI enabled, that is also something you can be able to do seamlessly with Informatica. Again, there is a lot of different use cases. These are some of the use cases where our customers today are using our platform, for building some of the generative AI across different verticals, right? So these are some of the examples. I'm sure for your hackathon, you can, be it any verticals. If you're building any verticalized solution, you will be able to quickly build this using our platform. Again, so three things, what Informatica does, in terms of providing, helping you to build these generative AI applications, right? So three main things that we provide, and we differentiate ourselves from other competitors, as well as some of the open source things, right? So one, we wanted to democratize. I know a lot of you who are participating in the hackathon may not have the Python skill set, or maybe new to Python or things like that. So now using Informatica, you don't have to really worry about learning some programming language or trying to understand the nitty-gritties of AI and so on, right? You can directly use our platform. As I said, I'll show you in a minute, but you can directly just go create connection and then you can directly build it. So our main goal is to how we can democratize generative AI and then let everybody harness the power of Gen AI, right? The second thing, like Sudhir mentioned, right? Like Gen AI is all good only if you have contextualize it with a proper or enterprise data or with a proper context, right? So Informatica, as you know, is a cloud leader in the cloud data management world, and we help to kind of provide this right data to your LLMs, so that your Gen AI can provide you the right guidance and it can help you to provide all the benefits that it has. Third thing is about all the enterprise scale scalability and performance and security and whatnot, right? So all these are the three key pillars of the benefits or the things that we provide for you to quickly generate these kind of Gen AI apps. So and then again, these are some of the examples and how we provide. And this is like the first thing I said about democratization. Like one way of, like Sudhir mentioned, we have all these pre-built recipes where you can just download these recipes, do it in one click. And the best thing is you can also build your own, just taking the pieces of it and then stitching your own flows. So that way it's all low code, no code. You don't have to know anything prior or any AI knowledge. And also we have these connectivity to various ecosystems, available so that you can directly and seamlessly use them for your use cases. Same way, contextualization, which is again, which Sudhir will cover further in our workshop. So basically how you can, provide the right data for LLMs, right? So we have different pipelines and we are having the connectivity to various vector databases and so on and so forth, where you can do all of these, provide the right data to LLM as context, and then you can use that for inference purpose. And then again, enterprise grade, in terms of scalability, in terms of observability, also in terms of multi-user and so on and so forth, right? So we provide all of these things out of the box with our platform. So with that, what I will do is I'll quickly show you a demo of our platform, and some of the things that how you can quickly build these applications, right? So let me quickly share my screen on the demo piece. Awesome. So hope you're able to see my screen. Sudhir, can you confirm?
Yes, Kanna.
Awesome. So this is the application integration homepage that Sudhir was mentioning. So the first thing which I wanted to bring to your attention is, like, I can just go and create any of these assets. Say, for example, I want to create this app connection. Again, you can directly launch, and we have these out of the box connectivity to all things AI, right? So you don't have to worry in case if you're familiar with AWS, then you have AWS Bedrock. Then if you're familiar with, say, Azure OpenAI or Google Vertex AI and whatnot, right? And then we also have all the different LLMs like Gemini, and so on, right? So we have out of the box connectivity to all of these different endpoints, which are very specific. That helps you to build a lot of Gen AI stuff, right? Like same way Pinecone. So you can just click on this and then just provide your API key or things like that, right? That's how simple it is to create a connection with an LLM or any other Gen AI ecosystem. So that's all. So you'll just have to fill in some of the details, and that's about it, right? So now coming back, Sudhir mentioned about some of the recipes. So we do have, like, out of the box, a lot of recipes that are available for you, and most of these are also GenAI enabled. In case if you want to do simple prompt chaining, or you want to create an AI agent, or you wanted to do something more than that, right? Like, say, for example, you want to build a healthcare application where your data is in HL7 format and things like that. Again, these are pre-built accelerators. You can leverage those. And what you can also do is, you can use this, and then you can create, your own application integration process for you to, play around and build your use case. Again, it's so simple that we just need to, you can see all the details, and we do have detailed documentation that is also available for each of these recipes, how to use it and what are the different assets and so on. You can just click on use, and that's about it, right? So you can just copy to a folder and then you can use it. And the second thing which I wanted to bring it to your attention, which may be useful for you during your hackathon project, is a lot of times you might want to build some UI application where you wanted to have some simple UI, but then if you have to do it with Python or something, you need to install extra libraries and things like that, right? With Informatica, we also have provide something called as guides. So this is one sample guide. I just created one where you can build these different screens, and then you can also do an orchestration of these screens, right? So I'll just run this guide. So I've just opened it here. So you can see this is all available. All these are serverless, right? So you don't have to do anything. Just log into your application integration, and that's about it, right? So now what I will do, I will just demonstrate a simple AI agent application where it can interact with two applications, right? In this case, I'm interacting with, say, Salesforce, and then I'm also interacting with ServiceNow, right? So I'll give a couple of prompts. So maybe I'll just use this prompt where I'm just saying, hey, synchronize cases for Gene Point to ServiceNow, right? That's the prompt I'm just trying to give. I made it a little simpler for this demo purpose, but basically you can build even the complex UI, right? So now I'm just sending this request. So what this will do is it will use the AI agent behind the scenes, and it is powered by LLM. Again, we can use any of the LLMs, any ecosystem ones. And then what it does is it tries to understand this particular, prompt from the user, and then try to understand, hey, what is that the user wants to do, right? So in this case, I didn't even say Salesforce, right? But the agent was able to automatically identify, hey, you know what? The cases are present in Salesforce. It was able to, kind of rewrite this application. And then, it was able to convert what was the application call that was made. Then it made a call to Salesforce, queried for Gene Point, all the different cases. And then what it did is, okay, the second step, which it is supposed to do is, create an incident in ServiceNow. So then it automatically understood, okay, I need to go ahead and create an incident. So where, you can see here the second step where the output which is coming from Salesforce is automatically mapped to an incident in ServiceNow, and then it automatically created a payload and then does a create incident, and then it was able to quickly create incident, right? So this is a simple UI for just building this AI application, but you can do your own any use cases that you want to do. You can go ahead and build all of these using this, right? And the other the other one which you guys may have heard is, like, say for example, you want to. This is our no code low code interface, and like I said, it's also simple. It's all the drag and drop. We have a lot of the out of the box steps. For example, decision, you can call a sub process. You can also have human task, where if you want to do some approval and so on, right? All of these is completely no code, low code, which means like you can drag and drop, just connect all of these different boxes and prepare a AI orchestration. And then the best thing is, some of these recipes, right? Like you can take the Salesforce agent, you can take another recipe, and then you can make all of these and orchestrate the completing in a form of an AI agent, right? So in this case, this is like kind of a RAG workflow, where what we have done is we have just taken all the automobile manuals, right? Some fictitious automobile manuals, and then we have made all the, trying to do a chunking, embedding, all of these you will hear further during the workshop, how natively you can do the data integration pipeline and insert all of these data into a vector database, right? For this example, we have inserted that. I'm just asking, hey, I have this automobile, I have these things, right? Like I wanted to know for this model XYZ, light service last time. At this point now, it has run so many miles. Can you tell me what is the what are the things that I need to do during the service, right? Another key feature with our platform is you can directly within the interface, you can quickly go and test it. It's so easy. You can just say test it and then just provide the payload and then run about it, right? As soon as you execute, then you will also get whether it's successful, and then you will also you will be able to see the flow as well, like what happens behind the scenes, right? So this is the process, and you can see the complete end-to-end observability, right? So what this means is, like, say for example, I was able to get the embeddings, I was able to match it, then I was able to pass it to LLM, and then I was able to get the output answer, right? So the whole thing, and then you can see how long each step looked like and so on, right? And in case if anything got faulted, or rather there were some errors and so on, here you will get a cross mark, and then you can easily go and debug them, so that you don't have to really know or get into multiple different logs and things like that, right? So again, whatever I'm showing, so it is all serverless, which means you can just get started on day one, right? So for our example, this was the context that it was taking it from the vector database about all the details of model XYZ. Based on the semantic search, it was able to find that this is the right context. And based on that, based on our user query, it said, okay, you need to change both only oil filter and brake filter and something like that, right? So essentially, this was one RAG pattern. What we saw is previously was an AI agent. So the same way, you can go ahead and build any kind of an framework, and then you can also do a mix and match, and then you can use all of these, right? I'll also show one other example which I wanted to bring it up is not just that, this is the built-in UI, right? You can also use any of the custom UI, like say, for example, with our application integration. Once you build this process, what you can do, you can take the REST API as well. For every process, we will get the, kind of the REST API. Those are all available. So you can directly take the endpoints and then you can try to take it and then leverage that. So you can copy and then use it in the custom application, right? So this is another simple UI where we have built a simple application, a supply chain AI agent, right? Which again is powered by the application integration, right? So I'm just trying to say, show me the pending orders, for example, right? So now I'm just executing this. As we just execute this, what is happening is it is going behind the scenes and executing our cloud application integration console. This is the console where we have all the different processes that are executing, right? So you can see there are multiple different processes that got executed. Already this data is fully executed and says, hey, these are the pending orders that are available here, right? Then I can go and see what are all the different things. And in this case, there is a planning agent, which I'm clicking here, and then you can see what are the different steps, right? So here, I'm just showing an example of an AI agent which was built here. So you can see the complete traceability, right? So here, based on my user query, it said, hey, this is the reasoning that the agent is coming up with and saying that, hey, the user wants to know the pending orders and things like that. And we have these orders in Salesforce. Again, it can be any application. We support all the different endpoints within our platform. So you don't have to worry. But just because of the workshop, we are talking about Salesforce. So I just brought that up. So then it is just trying to query the Salesforce. Again, it went through all these different multiple steps, right? Where it is able to, find for that user query. It was able to do the reasoning, coming up with steps, and then it was able to execute this step and provide these results to the user, right? So same way, I can also make it a little complicated prompts as well. We can say, hey, what are the different primary suppliers for something like a GPU product or something like that, right? So let me just try. I don't know. Hopefully it works. But yeah, you got the idea, right? So basically, we can integrate with our own provided UI, or you can integrate with your any external application. And also what you can do is you can also create a REST API for all of these, and then you can use all of them in any application or any Uber program that you can. And all of these are executing in serverless, so which means you can just get started right away, right? So you don't have to worry. And we also have some of the pre-built packages that are available for your use. Um, Given hackathon, you want to quickly build something, right, to implement your ideas. So you have all of these available assets here, and most of these are, Gen AI enabled, right? So you can directly use them, and then there is a detailed how to, and then you also have some videos that you can leverage out of, right? So that's kind of an high level of the overall things that we have. So you can probably, like in this case, as you can see, this is returning now. So basically, this application now, it went back and then it said, I was asking who is the primary supplier. It said these are the different product IDs. These are the primary supplier for this. And they said this is the confidence score, and would you like to get another supplier, and so on, right? So behind the scenes, all this is powered by our application integration product, right? So even some of the complex tasks, including the explainability and some of the governance things that are baked in into the complete AI orchestration flow, you can build these complex use cases as per your requirement, quickly, and then you can power it via the power of generative AI. So that's pretty much, I wanted to just give a sneak peek, and then maybe I'll quickly show some of the extra other resources that you can potentially leverage. Um, yeah, just give me a second. Yeah. So these are some of the, like, this is one of the simple AI agent which I showed, where we have different CAI processes, and then we are able to, kind of like basically use the LLM and then provide it and then do the dynamic orchestration as per the need, right? So again, these are some of the high level tips, but I will get into some of the resources. So we will share all of these resources. These are some of these are available. You can quickly search some of our previous webinars and hands-on labs, and then you can leverage some of these resources to enable yourself from the products, and then use it for building your hackathon applications. So I think that's pretty much I wanted to share. So back to you, Sudhir and
Yeah.
Shakti.
Yeah. Shakti, you can take it from here.
Hey, hi guys. Thank you so much for taking the over. It has been wonderful. I can see a lot of questions also popped in by now. So if you're good, we can pick up a few questions from now, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure, Shakti.
I hope I'm audible to you guys.
Yeah, yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Sure. Let me just quickly go through once, and I'll pop up the questions on the screen for you. Right. We've got a question from Sujit. Are you able to see that on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Anna, Sudhir? Okay.
Yeah.
How can we get access to the environment is one of the questions. And if you can answer that, I can meanwhile find
Yeah.
out other questions.
So if you are registered into the hackathon, you can see like there's a link for IDMC Super Trial. So you all you need to do is just register into your link. Just give your email ID and couple of information like name, email ID, and all, and click on register. You'll get an email saying like the login URL for your IDMC along with the login credentials. So once you log in using those credentials and URL, just that's it. You're in IDMC environment. It's as simple as that. So this environment is valid for 90 days. So you can use this environment for your workshops, for your self-enablement, and also you can use the same environment for your hackathon prototypes and all these things. But please make note, this hackathon it's a free trial. So most of the services are already enabled for you in the IDMC free trial. But if you want to integrate with any third-party services like say Snowflake or AWS or Azure, you can obviously register for their free trials and integrate with them. Else, you can bring your own licenses. It's up to your choice. Yeah, the next question.
Yeah. Give me a minute, I think. Okay, there's a question from Mala as well. Can you give a brief on the iPOS, please?
Yeah. So, like Kanna has already briefed you the different offerings that Informatica provides in application integration. You can see like we already have some couple of hands-on labs for your self-enablement in this workshop. So you can use all these materials for your self-enablement. And more importantly, we have already pinned in the product documentation links in our Hack to Skill website. So you can go through those product documentations to get a little more brief idea on the particular product. And we also have a ask me anything sessions and a particular Discord channels where you can post your queries, and our Informatica specialists will be there to answer your queries.
Thanks, Sudhi, for picking that up. Okay, I'll move on to the question. It is from Atul. Is it mandatory to use Salesforce for the use case?
It's a sample use case. So the purpose of this workshop is for your self-enablement before even you build your actual prototype. So there might be people who are pretty new to IDMC platform. So before even you pitch in your idea or put in your prototype, what we want you to do is like you run through this workshop so you can have a detailed idea on what are the different offerings of IDMC, how different services in IDMC can integrate together. So this can give you a brief idea on how you can build your prototype using IDMC platform. So it's not a mandatory to use Salesforce in your in your prototype, or it's not a mandatory for the workshop. But because you need an laid out guide to understand how you can use IDMC, for that reason we have picked and Salesforce as an example for the use case. But you can always play through the platform and build something on your own if you like to.
Thanks, Sudhir. Uh, okay, we've got another follow-up questions maybe from Atul itself. Can we use the flat files for the source in the cloud platform for the database and data warehouse?
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome to do that. You can use flat files, you can from your desktop itself, or you can use any cloud platform as a data warehousing target or source. But please make sure the theme you keep the theme in mind, integrating items with Gen AI and AI part. So we expect you to build or come up with a prototype which is much appealing and based on the theme and the use case. But you're good to use any platform or any data sources that you have with you. So IDMC, like I mentioned, IDMC platform is enabled with most of the services for you guys. So you can go through the IDMC platform. We have profiling, quality, data integration, data ingestion, replication, application integration, and many other services. But these are the five primary services that we expect you to build your prototype.
Got it. Thanks, Sudhir. I'll pull up the next one. As part of the prerequisite, please also mention about the machine configurations. People need to have Java installed to use the software. Is there a
No,
requirement?
no, there's no additional requirement to set up your secure agent. All you can do is just log in into your machine, register into your free trial login, and then install the secure agent. So it doesn't need any additional configuration to be done. And you can also install secure agent in your Linux machine if you have any, or else any cloud machine if you have.
I go to the next question. It is about do we have an inbuilt data set like historical data of weather or healthcare, transportation, etc. in Informatica platform to build the prototype?
No, Informatica doesn't provide you with any data sets. You can obviously use something like Kaggle or Mocaro to build your own data sets and use those data sets. But normally we don't provide the data sets. So we also have something called pre-built templates across each and every service. So like Kanna has already shown you, we have pre-built templates for AI agents and all these things, LLMs and all. Similarly, we have pre-built templates for data quality rules and everything. We have pre-built templates for data integration pipelines, all these things. So you can use these pre-built templates to integrate them into your use case or prototype. But normally we do not provide with any data set. You can bring in your own data set. You're open with any kind of data set that you're willing to put in your prototype.
Got it. So, can you help us with an example of is the example of primary supplier do the query and then bring the result, or is it stored as a vector? Is a question I think from Atul.
Kanna, you like to take it?
Yeah. So basically, in this example, right, what I showed you is a multi-agent setup. So where we had our supplier details, which is stored in our Informatica Supplier 360 application. So it was able to try to identify for that GPU component who is the primary supplier from our MDM, and then it was able to to find the lead time. It has to go to another transactional system where all of these delivery details of this supplies is maintained. So basically it was able to then say the next step what I need to do is go to this transactional system, try to find out all the different the delivery times of this particular supplier, and then calculate the lead time and then come back and provide the user with that answer, right? So basically it is a multi-agent. It first went to the MDM system where we have all the different suppliers mastered, and then next it went to a transactional system to fetch the lead information of those suppliers. So basically it has multiple steps which is orchestrated dynamically.
Thanks, Kanna, for taking that up. Okay, I've got one other question. So Sudarshan is asking about I'm stuck with a step where I need to make connection with Snowflake dataset. It is saying I cannot use standard authentication. I need to use key pair instead. I created .p8 file and encrypted it.
So Sudarshan, you for if you're asking for this particular workshop, you need not create and keep it authentication. Rather, you can go with standard authentication by registering into Snowflake. And normally, keeper authentication is mostly needed if you're using Superpipe for Snowflake in cloud data ingestion and replication. Except for few particular use cases, you need not use an key pair authentication. Rather, you can go ahead with standard authentication itself. But I'm not sure why you cannot use an standard authentication. But we have Discord channels. If you have any particular error message or enable your if you have showstopper anywhere, you can just post in the Discord channels. Our Informatica professionals can get back to you. But for this particular workshop, I repeat, you need not use any key pair authentication. You're good to go with standard authentication. And this is only for your hands-on, so registering into an Snowflake and all these things. If you have trouble with registering into an Snowflake account or for any reason, you're always good to use a flat file kind of a connection to write the data into a target or something like that.
Thanks, Sudhir. So there's a question from Devlina. Maybe we'll take up this last question. Do we need to register in any other services like AWS or Azure to take things forward?
Uh, No, if it is this question is particularly for this workshop, no, you do not register into any other services. All you need to register is Salesforce free trial and Snowflake free trial, and you did not pay for any service. We have a detailed list. We have listed the details in the LabGet documentation, like where you can register for the free trial, along with the links and all. So all you need to do is go through those links and register for your free trial. If you like to go through the workshop and have your self-enablement on the IDMC platform and its integration with IDMC services.
Okay, there are a few more questions. Maybe we'll pick up these last questions here. This question is from Shruti. The orchestration is dynamic or predefined steps?
Yeah, maybe I can take that up. So basically, the orchestration can be made dynamic if it is like what we saw in a demo is more of a agentic flow where you can have these dynamic orchestration, and the what step to call next could be decided by your generative AI component or LLMs, right? But you can also build static kind of an orchestration as well. So it really depends on the use case. Our platform is flexible that you can have these dynamic orchestration, having different AI components and build agentic workflows. All that should be possible.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Kanna. I guess that would be all for today. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this first workshop. You will receive updates about it over an email from us. And if you are someone who's watching this for the first time, and if you're interested, if you got interest in learning more about Informatica services and offerings, and also to participate in the integration for AI and Gen AI hackathon, this is your chance. Do not miss out the deadline. It's on 2nd of Feb. You can scan this QR, or maybe you can, just sign up for this hackathon and be with us on this journey. It's going to be really exciting. It was really exciting the last year we did it, and we turned. There were numerous great ideas that came to the table, and we are looking forward for more innovative ideas as well to hop onto our table for us to evaluate, make it difficult for us, bring in great ideas, right? And yeah, cheers to everyone. Thank you so much, Karna. Thank you so much, Sudhir, for taking up this whole workshop. It was really exciting as always. But I hope the participants learned a lot. And if you missed out on any part of the workshop, or maybe you joined us late, so we will be circulating the link to you, and it will also be available in the resource section. So I saw a couple of questions which were referring to the IDMC links and all of those resources. So just to reiterate myself, you have to register for the hackathon in order to get access to the resources. It will be on your dashboard itself. Under the resource section, you'll find every link for the products, for the documentation, for the resources, links to these introductory sessions, link to the workshops, and all of those links will be under the resource section. So in case you're someone who's interested to learn more about it and check out the resources, do register before 2nd of Feb. You can scan this QR, or maybe you can just go ahead at hacktoskill.com, find integration for AI engineer hackathon, and just go about it, right? So that is all from our end. Thank you so much, everyone. It was wonderful having you all here. And we will see you in the second workshop, which is scheduled for Monday. So don't forget to join us. Don't forget to check out your emails every now and then. We keep on sending updates and different resources to you guys. But cheers for today. Have a great evening. Have a great day ahead. And thank you so much, Sudhir and Karna, for joining us today.
Hey, thanks all the best. Best wishes for you to
Yeah.
win the hackathon.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.